All right. Hey there, guys. This is Mrs. Lyons, and I am just going to go through this page of vocabulary in the packet, just in case you're not in class when we go over this. This is kind of some important stuff that you should know, these words in this terminology. Okay? Number one says, if a problem is asking you to balance the equation, what is it asking you to do? All right? So balancing an equation means using coefficients so that the same number of atoms of each type of element, let's see, so that the same, so that there, let's say there are the same, okay, so that there are the same number of atoms of each type of element in the reactants and the products. Okay, in other words, we want to have the same, if we've got a reaction and we've got 3 sodium when we start out, when we get done, we have to have 3 sodium. And we have to use coefficients to kind of balance that out. If a problem was asking you to predict the products, okay, so that what that means is you are going to be given the reactants. Okay, you must supply the elements or compounds formed in the reaction. All right. And these are the things on the right side of the arrow. Okay. If the problem is asking you to write out a chemical reaction, right, it's basically asking you to convert from words to an equation. Okay, and that equation will have numbers, formulas, it'll have plus signs, it'll have an arrow for yield. Okay, so we're abbreviating. An equation is an abbreviation of all of the words. Synthesis. Synthesis means to make. Okay, so synthesis is when we start with A and B, 2 elements. They combine to form a compound, AB. All right, you can tell that you have a synthesis reaction because you will have 2 elements as reactants. All right, decomposition. Decomposition is essentially the opposite of synthesis. Okay, decompose, break down. Okay, so for a decomposition reaction, we're going to have a compound that breaks down into the elements. And how do we know? For decomposition, you only have one compound to start with. Okay, so your reactants, there's only one reactant and it's a compound. All right, Which side of the reaction is referred to as the products? The products are on the right. The reactants are on the left. When a reaction, this is my favorite question, right? When a reaction contains a diatomic element, changes to element, what does that mean? Well, that means that it has one of these 7 elements in the reaction. Oberfinkel, my favorite word. And when we have these as just an element, diatomic means we have 2 of the same atom bonded to each other. Okay, so that's what it means to have a diatomic element. All right, so that was just a quick rundown of some vocabulary that you should really know so that you can nail these chemical reactions. Have a good day. I will see you in class.